Nice down foot.
Good morning, people. It's Monday and I'm just setting up for spraying. All the primer's gone off, nice and hard, and I'm about to put the final coat on in T-Mac Red. It's actually Massey Ferguson Red. It's going to be a short week this week because tomorrow, Tuesday, the car is in for its annual service and MOT, so that knackers Tuesday up, and Thursday the wife has a hospital appointment, so Friday she has an appointment, so Friday's gone as well, I would think. I'll see about Friday. It depends on the timing, on what time we're there and what time we get back, but it's in Hull, so it's like a 60-mile round trip. Right, so I'm going to I've begun to put the spray gun back together and I'm going to crack on and get all this painted. So I'll bring you back when it's done. Bye now. That's it, folks. First coat's on. These went wrong because I had picked them up and moved them and put greasy finger marks on them and it all fish-eyed. So I brushed that out with some thinners and it seems to now be setting in a coat, so I shall just give that another second coat. In fact, I'm going to give it all a second coat, but it's not quite off yet. It's still a bit tacky, so I'm just going to leave it for another maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, and then give it all a second coat, and that'll do it. And then we might put some more on after it's all reassembled, but it's got plenty of paint on. It's got plenty of paint on, and that's the main thing. I mean, this isn't a cosmetic paint job. It's an anti-rust paint job. These can be rusted through in as little as 3 or 4 seasons. Right, and I don't want that happening with this one, so I've let it have it. But the problem is, of course, they seem to get a one coat enamel. There's no primer, the metal underneath is not properly cleaned, and you get rust tracking underneath the paint because the paint appears to be, as far as rain's concerned, the paint appears to be porous. It gets underneath, the metal starts little tracks of rust under the metal and it all just flakes off. And when it flakes off, you see that it's just like one coat, nothing else. Might even be powder coat, but if it is, it's not very good powder coat because it certainly doesn't stay on for long. So there you go, this will be better. There's 3 coats on there, there's going to be 4 coats. Right, I'll bring you back when I've finished. And when I've finished, I'm going to go up to Keith's, fix the seat on that tractor, and see if I can persuade him to let me take the blade off and put a new edge on it. And by put a new edge on it, I probably mean find an old lawnmower blade, cut some pieces off it and weld them onto it, because it's so badly worn and it's actually curled over at the edges, so it can't be cutting that well. And it's only that mower's only 11 horsepower, it's not a big one. This one will be, oh, he's here, Keith's here, Keith's just arriving on the yard. This one will be 29 horsepower, so it'll be a lot better. Right, catch you later. Right, folks, Monday, 5 o'clock. 2 coats on, and looking good, or at least looking good enough. I've got to remember it's a tractor. All I wanted it to do is not to bloody rust. Right? Keith and I have done a poo run, and we've also done a rubbish run. That's all gone. But the biggest laugh we had today was when I said to Keith, we'll fix that seat on the, we've got spare time, we'll fix that seat on the tractor, which is the tractor he's using up at the field. So he got on it and said, yeah, when I get off like this, and swung his leg over the bonnet, broke the seat off and fell off the back of it. And it wasn't on camera. I missed it. That would have been a surefire winner, wouldn't it? Anyway, we've fixed the seat, we've put 4 plates under it, and put 4 bolts under it and done the job properly. So tomorrow, if I come here tomorrow, because my car's in for service tomorrow, Keith might come pick me up, and we'll take the grass deck off again, take the blade off it and put a new edge on it, weld a new edge on it, and sort that out. So I might get an extra day in tomorrow. It all depends whether I'm wanted or not at Driffield. But that's it for today, folks, and I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll tell you what else I could do tomorrow. I could have a tinker with this and see if we can get a spark out of it, and if we can get a spark out of it we could try and get it going, but who knows. Yeah, I think I'll do that, and I can get a picture of it, get some pictures of it, get it put on Facebook. Anybody's looking for a project, here it is. Alright, see you all later, bye now. Well folks, it's Wednesday and I've got some bad news. My 14-year-old, well, it's not more than 14-year-old, but I've had it for 14 years, Mondeo has finally run down the curtain and joined the choir in Visibio. It's outside the emissions. The cat, it needs a new cat, it needs a new lambda sensor, it needs a new oxygen sensor, and a back spring, and a wheel bearing, and even then it can't be guaranteed that it would pass because the engine's burning oil. It's one of those thin oil engines that wears itself out in pretty low mileage. It's done 114,000, so I suppose it's not done so bad. But I have treated it like a bit of a shed, and it has done an awful lot of work. So today, instead of going to the workshop to get on with everything, I've got to go and look for another car. So I've already been out. I went out yesterday and I already spotted one, so I'm going to go and see if I can negotiate a decent price on it. It's probably just going to be a stopgap, and then I'm going to start looking around for something else. But this will give me breathing space. So that's what I'm doing today. So I'm probably going to only put one video out this week, which will go out on Saturday. But we'll see how it goes. I'll have a look tonight and see if I can edit a decent length down for you for tonight's offering. Okay folks, bye now. Folks, I'm back, and I'm afraid it's out with the old, out with the old, and in with the new. Luckily I was able to pop to a local garage forecourt of my acquaintance and pick up a Mitsubishi Outlander for cheap, for not very much. It's nice, it wants some tyres which I'm going to get on Monday, but it's alright for now, and it's a nice vehicle. It's got a very big Butch Witter tow bar on it. It's more like a van, and it's more like what I need, so that's my vehicle from now on. And in the workshop I'm actually doing some work again. I only got here at just after 12, well, just after 1 actually, and although I'm not quite settled in yet, because it was quite a shock when the car failed the MOT, because it's been good as gold, but unfortunately it failed on emissions. The cat's fouled. The cat's fouled, that's good, isn't it? The cat's fouled. The oxygen sensor's gone, the lambda sensor's gone, and there's also a broken back spring and a couple of wheel bearings undoing. I've had it for 11 years. I bought it with 40,000 on it. It's now got 114, nearly 115,000 on it. And the problem was, John said to me, my mechanic man, I can't guarantee it'll pass even if you spend all that money on it. He said, because it's burning oil, and once a thin oil engine starts to burn oil, it fouls the cat and you've had it. So, sad, but there it is. I've got a better vehicle. I've got a vehicle that's more suited to what I do, which is partly carrying stuff around and pulling trailers. So there you go. So what am I on with? I'm rebuilding. I've got the tensioner on, got the belt back on, got the 3 cutters back on, and I'm now putting the covers on and onward, and with any luck by 5 o'clock tonight I might have to have it rebuilt. But tomorrow I'm off again, because I've got to take the missus to a hospital appointment in Hull tomorrow, which is the middle of the day. Well, it's 2 o'clock, so that's going to mean we miss another day's filming, another day's play, but no matter, it has to be done. On Monday I'm getting new tyres at 4 o'clock. When we get the new tyres, it's taxed, it's insured, and I'm happy with it. Then I can relax and get back into the swing of things and get back into some work again. But until then, I'm generally upset. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll shoot some more if I get a chance. And that's going to be the video for this week, I'm afraid, chaps. Normal service will be resumed next week. Bye for now. And here's a little motor car bonus. To my horror, when I pulled the release knob, nothing happened and I couldn't get him to put fuel in it. But now, thanks to the addition of a couple of springs in the right place, it flies open. So there you go. There's a little extra for you. Bye now. And there we go, folks. 4:51, and it's all back together. I haven't bothered painting this heavy metal because it's not going to rust through, and to clean it all down, to make it worthwhile painting it, just too much faffing about. It's not going to be able to do. But we've got it all back together, and I didn't even have to struggle. I didn't have to think, now where did this go? Because it just dropped back together, and all the holes are at different spacing, so you can't put the wrong bit in the wrong place. But you've got to remember it was assembled by Americans. But it's all very much freer than it was now, and everything works really well. This hardly worked before. This hardly worked before, and now it works beautifully. So it's been well worthwhile doing it. So there you go. They're all just a clip back onto the tractor. I've got the handle and the whoops, falling over tricycle. I've got the handle and the jockey pulley mechanism put back on the tractor, which I won't get done tomorrow because I'm not going to be here, I'm afraid. Remember I said last week, the only thing I've got left to do now is put that switch on to stop it being started when the grass deck is in drive. Well, that went belly up, didn't it? So there you go. So this is what happens when you make plans, people. This is what happens when you make plans. Cars fail their MOT, right? It's really annoying because, I mean, alright, it needs a spring and it needs a wheel bearing, but other than that there's nothing wrong with it. It starts first time every time, it drives perfectly. It's just a really comfortable, nice car. It's getting a bit long in the tooth, but other than the emissions, there's nothing wrong with it. I went to see John today. Actually, I meant to ask him what happens if you take a car like that has nothing much wrong with it, and it's a thin oil engine, and it's started to burn oil. What happens if you put 2050 in it? I wonder if that would make any difference. The problem is it cost me 900 quid to find out, and even then it might not work. Might be worth an experiment though. Right folks, it's going up for 5 o'clock. I've done it all, I've had enough, I've got this back together. I'm not going to be here tomorrow because we've got an appointment in the middle of the day, so I'll see you all next week. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and give me a like, give me a comment, share the hell out of my videos, see if I can break up big into America. It's getting better, it's building again slowly, we're picking up more subscribers now. I don't know what happened, I don't know why it suddenly stopped going up, but it's certainly better now. Thanks very much all of you, see you next week, bye now.